60% of the time, every time. Smells like Bigfoot. Hello, people on the internet watching me. Welcome to my arm itches. Today I'm going to do some nonsense that involves a fossilized 2UZ V8 that will eventually find its home in this little RA21 Celica. If you're new and you'd like to get caught up on how I make bad life choices, up above my head is a link to a recipe for rubber popsicles. Those are dildos. This thing sat overnight covered in robot gravy. Mission today, to completely gut this thing and see what the inside of it looks like after sitting for 7 years in a rusty grave. These are absolutely gonna break. How am I gonna do this? These are definitely gonna break. No, it's turning. It's smoking. That is really cool looking. That broke. That's partially avoidable. I could have gone a little bit easier on that one. It doesn't matter though, because the manifold flange is about that thick, so once it comes off, there'll be enough meat on there still to get that stud out. This stuff is like vegan bacon. Look at all the rust that came out of that manifold. That is insane. Hey, that came out good. Success! Oh, gross! Success! Oh, I took the whole stud out to dinner and never called him again. See, it works more than with just Dorothy Mantooth. It works on Mantooth. Ha ha! Beep 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 beep. Done. What I'm about to do next is not going to make sense to a lot of people, and that's okay. Before I needle scale, I'm going to try to scale. Actually helped out a ton. I got a lot of the grease and stuff off the side of the block before I needle scale it. Look, you can actually see the paint. Before I let this thing sit overnight, oh, I don't like that. Jeez, this is so close to snapping. Yep. I guess it doesn't matter if I snap one of those studs because I honestly want to put the 1UZ valve covers on here. They just look a lot better. I think they can swap over. I guess I'll find out. I'm really nervous about these plugs even coming out. I'm gonna spray something down inside there. I don't want to risk it. I don't know if you saw in the last video, but I could not get this crank to turn over, and the front cylinder right here on the right bank has some corrosion in it. I'm gonna try this without heat first. Oh, it's turning! No way that's just pulling that. I'm barely even turning it. It's coming easy. That helped a ton putting penetrant down this plug hole last night. Well, oh yeah, I put penetrant on it. Never mind. The top of the plug is rusty, but down here the threads, which are steel, are fine. A little lube down there. It worked! The plastic is stuck. Got it. Didn't break it either. Just it's stuck on the sleeve. I want to see if I can get this engine to turn now. Nope, that's not turning. Let's see why this thing is seized up. Lube! Had Loctite on it. Look, it's Hurricane Penis. Or if you prefer, it's a dick weed whacker that rotates and the dick hit the weeds. Okay, good sign. That one just snapped off like fucking nothing. Okay. Ow, it hit me in the face! They're breaking off like nothing. That one's turning. The VVTi solenoid looked fine. I gotta replace it, but still. It's off. It looks absolutely mint underneath that valve cover. That is absolutely spotless. Like you can even see the little grease marker, paint marker on the cam. Man, is that clean. I'm gonna coat this with some lube just because it looks really dry and there's not a cover on it anymore. The side's not as clean looking as the other side, but it's clean. It's a little dirtier down on this end, but it's still clean. Cam gear off. Oh, oil all over my knees. Why won't you come off? I have absolutely zero tech data while doing this. I'm literally just flying by the pants. My pants are flying. I gotta decide whether I want to retain VVTi or do nasty choppy cams. I don't know if I don't think I can have both. I really wish I could mount this thing on an engine stand right now, but I can't rotate the crank to take off the bolts on the back side of the torque converter, which has to come off to be able to put it on my engine stand. So I'm literally screwed. I have to do it hanging in the air on a chain. Okay, that should be everything. Man, this gear does not want to come off. Oh, I think it's working. I got it. I got it. Finally. My victory. I was trying to get these heads off today, but I have a huge mess and I need to organize these parts. So, mañana. The final day in this video. It's the final countdown. Angel is organizing hardware for me. Even though I'm gonna have to get all new nuts and bolts, I still want to keep all the old stuff. That way I have it as reference. I need these heads off, so let's make it fast. Figures this one comes apart like no problem. There you go. Out. At this very second, someone is typing a comment. Sarah, don't you know that those cam caps matter where they go? Luckily, Toyota thought of that. Each one of them is labeled. This one says E3 and it's got an arrow pointing forward to let you know it goes on exhaust 3. The funny thing about it is it starts with 2 right here and it goes up to 5. And that's kind of confusing because it's V8, but that's because this is technically your number 1 right here. So this is E1 and I1. E1, I1, I1, E1. I have to put the engine on the ground to take off the heads because the hooks are attached to the heads. I like how everything is labeled, like cast into it. These are gonna be really tight. Here goes. It's not bad. Not bad at all. There's a little bit of water that I got in there, but so overall, it's not bad. Keep in mind, I did spray penetrant down into the empty spark plug hole, so it probably blew some kernels of gunk down inside here when I did that. This one's got a little bit of brown on there, and this is the one that had water in it that I thought did have water in there. I sprayed a ton of penetrant down in here though, so that might be a lot of penetrant too. I thought it was gonna look like a shit show in there. A little bit of carbon on that one. I'm gonna clean them up a little bit. I mean, this one's got a little bit. That one's got a little bit of corrosion right there. You can see where water had pooled up, but it's okay. That'll get taken care of when it goes to the machine shop. Hopefully this side is not bad. There we go. Oh, that one's got a lot of rust in it.
Really?
Yeah, this side's got some rust on it. It doesn't matter because I'm literally rebuilding the engine. It's gonna get taken care of, but whatever. That guy right there, got some water in it. That one's bad. The rest of them though, you know, 2 out of 8 isn't bad. Man, if I would have got this engine any later, it probably would have not been usable. This is just on the cusp of savable, I think, right here. Yeah, that one's fine. Literally, this is like the limit of probably what's can be honed. I mean, I guess I could sleeve this if I really wanted to, but I don't think it needs to be sleeved. Can she turn it over? Turn it over?
No, I see no pistons moving.
That'll work out like lovely. I hope this works. It is. Yeah. Ta-da! Toyota Iacin. Why am I so washed out? I'm already pale enough. Draining. Oil's nice and clean. There's no water in the oil. Geez, oh, this pan's big enough. It's making a shape like a baby robot fetus. It smells like some old oil. It's a Carefuling food cake. It's a careful cake.
Yeah, not a fish cake.
Why would you be a fish cake?
Because you called me a fish cake.
Oh geez, some of these are real rusty. My MR2 has the same thing, a stud in the very back like that. Oh, getting peed on. Let's see if this works. Oh, it's working. Yay. I love these sockets. They work every single time. 60% of the time. Every time. Smells like Bigfoot's dick. There we go. In case we all get it. It's off. It's off. There's literally not much to see. There you go. Great.
Just a tiny bit more. Keep going. Keep going. That's just good.
Never in my life before have I ever had to mount an engine backwards on an engine stand, but it's gonna get the job done for now until I can get the pistons and rods out, free up the crank, and pull off that torque converter. Is it rebuildable? Yes. Is it as bad as I thought it was going to be? About, I would say. Other than taking the torque converter off, which is gonna be an ass pain because this thing is seized on here, it's pretty much ready to go to the machine shop. I might pull the rods and pistons since I'm replacing them anyway with forged ones. This was the really bad cylinder. I cleaned it up as best as I could, and I got some oil sitting in there just on the area that was really pitted. You can feel it with your nail, but I'm pretty sure they should be able to hone that without it being too deep. And then this side over here, this cylinder had a little bit. You can feel it with your nail, but all in all, I think this block is definitely rebuildable. The underside of the engine doesn't look too bad though. I mean, it's fairly clean. It definitely had plenty of oil in there, so I don't think there's any corrosion on the inside down here. Angel helped out a ton with organizing this pile of parts over here. It's a little bit more manageable. And I can actually see the top of my shelf once again. The next video you see on the Celica, I'm actually gonna be working on the Celica. And this, I'll have a tiny bit of work left to do and send it off to the machine shop. I totally forgot about looking at the underside of the heads. You can see right there, that valve is where some water got in past it. That's why there's some corrosion on there. But these heads are getting rebuilt with new valves anyway, so. This side over here, same thing. There's a little bit of rust on the back of a couple of the valves. Really not that bad though. These will be rebuilt, no problem, I think. And I listened to your guys' feedback. I will film a car review on this thing before I start doing any work on it whatsoever for a baseline. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.